This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Monday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
I'd just come out my front door and I was accosted by that rude man from the end house.
Ebenezer?
His name's Edwin, actually.
How do you know?
I introduced myself to him and he told me.
It's rather disappointing. Ebenezer really suited him.
Anyway, he was complaining that someone had dumped a child's scooter on his front lawn. Don't know why he was making such a fuss. Not like he takes any pride in that garden. It's a mess of weeds. And I don't reckon he's mowed the grass for the last month. Sorry, I meant to turn it off.
Beechwood WhatsApp group.
Oh.
A message from Edwin.
Didn't think he was on the WhatsApp.
If anyone's lost a child's scooter, it's outside number 12.
You finally signed Lee up, did you?
No, I kept meaning to.
It was Bernadette got me on.
Oh.
I was chatting to her and I put the bins out and she offered. That's not Jack's scooter by any chance.
No, his is out the back.
And he does have a habit of leaving it about the place.
Oh, who can that be? Oh, Fallon. Oh, how lovely. She's such a kind-hearted person, isn't she?
Oh, what's she saying?
She's recommended me for the Fate Committee.
And that's a good thing?
Oh, yes, I'd love to do it. Be a real privilege, that would. Although she does say, Linda wonders if you'd be free tomorrow for an interview.
An interview for the Fate Committee?
Well...
Typical Linda, I'm afraid. And I should warn you, Joy. Everyone says being on the Fate Committee is a total nightmare.
Oh, I know how it can be.
I imagine that Linda might be quite difficult to work with.
Oh, I'm sure.
Linda expects a lot, and she certainly takes it all very seriously.
Don't worry about me. I've done this kind of thing often enough before. And met a few Linda Snells in my time, believe me. I can deal with her.
Really?
Oh, yes. Now, I better make a move. You're going out tonight, aren't you?
Change of plan, sadly.
Isn't it the drive-in movie thing at Lower Loxley? The Downton Abbey film, I thought you said?
Yes, but unfortunately we've had to back out.
Yeah, we thought Mum and Dad would babysit, but, well, they've invited my Auntie Jennifer and Alice and co round for a meal.
Oh, I see.
It was all a bit short notice.
Well, would you like me to babysit?
Oh, no, Joy, we couldn't ask you to do that.
Why ever not? It's not like I'm a stranger. Goodness me, I've spent enough time with the boys since you moved in. They seem to like me all right.
They do. They think you're really good fun.
Yeah, but getting them to go to bed...
It can be a struggle, I know. Rochelle was a nightmare when she was Jack's age. But you talk me through the bedtime routine and I can cope.
What'd you say, Helen?
Well, if you're sure, Joy, that would be amazing.
Thanks, Joy.
Of course I'm sure. Go on, you deserve a night out.
Brian,
Oh, I thought you'd gone home.
I wish. What are you doing here?
Oh, just having a quick scan through the farm accounts.
What? Why?
Desperation.
What do you mean?
Well, it's this rehab business for Alice. To be honest, it's rather more than we can afford.
But what's that got to do with these bank statements?
No, don't worry, no. I'm not going to go dipping into the farm's resources. But it just occurred to me that maybe I could take my share of the profits from the partnership a bit earlier.
Well, sure. I guess that might be possible. But look, let me go through the figures.
No, it's okay.
Well, I know what's there. You've got enough on your plate, Brian. And aren't you supposed to be going out tonight?
Well, not for an hour or two.
If you'll let me get to the computer.
Now, just give me a few more minutes.
I can figure out the profit shares, no problem.
Only now Alice has signed the form and is committed to going.
You're sure she didn't just sign it to shut you up?
No. She's absolutely determined. She genuinely wants to get better. Hang on.
What?
That's odd.
Some of the figures are not entirely up to date.
But that's not right, surely.
What?
The Machinery Investment Bank account. What? It's about £5,000 less than it should be.
Now, let me see if I can find the menu.
Oh, isn't this lovely?
What, you and me on a date?
Yeah, how long's it been?
Far too long.
I'm glad we got here early. We've got a brilliant spot.
Yep, front and centre to the screen. Right, here we are. The orangery menu, and tonight's special is woodland raised pulled pork.
That'll be from Rex Fairbrothers Pigs.
In a freshly baked bat with a relish of your choice.
Yeah, I've heard they were featuring his pork in the orangery.
So, will that do?
Sounds absolutely yummy.
And what would be your choice of relish?
Oh, I don't mind.
Well, why don't you come with me? Then you can choose.
Oh, I just need to give Joy a ring. I forgot to tell her where to find Jack's bedtime book.
So, green tomato chutney kind of thing?
Yeah, sounds perfect.
Okay.
Don't be too long. You don't want to miss the beginning of the film.
Okay.
Hello?
Everything all right?
Yeah, fine. We're having a lovely time. How about you?
Well, the film hasn't started yet. I'm just sat here in the car. Lee's gone to get us some pulled pork rolls.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, the new Lower Loxley speciality, apparently. Anyway, the reason I've called Joy...
Hang on a minute, Jack. I'm just having a chat with Mummy.
I've just remembered about the Jolly Postman.
Who?
The book I've been reading to Jack at bedtime. One of the pages is torn, so I brought it downstairs to fix. It'll be on the table in the sitting room.
Oh, I'll find it, don't worry.
Have they been behaving?
Yeah, we've been having a lovely time.
What have you been doing?
Well, Jack got out a couple of the superheroes from the cupboard.
What?
Not the ones on the shelves, don't worry. Just the spare ones.
What do you mean, the spare ones?
From the cupboard on the landing. Henry's been making up stories.
You haven't taken them out of the boxes?
They weren't in. Hang on a minute. Shut the door, will you, Henry? I'm talking to Mummy. What were you saying, Helen?
They're none of them spares, Joy. They're all part of Lee's collection. Those ones were only in the cupboard because they wouldn't fit on the shelves.
Oh, no.
I'd be devastated.
Oh, Helen, I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Are the boxes all right?
Boxes?
They're not damaged or anything.
I don't know. They must still be in the cupboard.
Only if they're okay, we can maybe put the figures back in and seal them up, and Lee'll be none the wiser.
I'll go and have a look, shall I?
Maybe when the boys are in bed, I don't want to upset them.
I'll call you back.
No, Lee'll be in the car. I'll call you.
I don't recognise the business name. And you've no idea what that payment was for?
Like I said, I'm a bit behind with the paperwork. I was hoping to catch up this evening.
But this was months ago.
I'll have to go back through the files.
Well, it might be quicker just to call the bank.
Yeah. A bit late tonight, but I'll see to it in the morning.
Although...
What?
March. Oh. I mean, that's when Alice was still working here.
Yeah, she was. Just before Martha was born.
Things weren't going at all well for her.
Well, she seemed okay at work.
Well, she'd been making mistakes, hadn't she? Surely she wouldn't steal from her own family.
No.
And why would she need that sort of money anyway? It's not as if she and Christopher are on the breadline.
Let's not jump to conclusions, Brian. There's probably a logical explanation for where that money went. It's just, at the moment, I can't... But leave it with me, okay?
Are you sure?
I'll go through the paperwork, and if necessary, give the bank a call in the morning. Now, can you lead me to it, please? I've got a lot to get through this evening.
Won't your film have started by now?
I've got 5 minutes. Just sneaked out to the loo. Are you okay to talk?
Yeah, the boys are just getting into their pyjamas and doing their teeth. And Iron Man and Wolverine are absolutely fine. Not a mark on either of them.
What about the boxes?
Not so good, I'm afraid. They've been pretty badly ripped.
Oh, no. Well, what am I going to tell Lee?
Well, you don't have to tell him anything. I'll hide the evidence. And he's not going to go looking in that cupboard tonight, is he?
I hope not.
And then tomorrow, you have a look on the internet. I wouldn't mind betting there are loads of sites selling those figures.
So what are you saying?
So you can buy replacements.
Oh.
They'll arrive in a couple of days. You can stash them in the cupboard and Lee will be none the wiser.
But I can't not tell him, Joy.
Well, that's up to you. But if you've replaced them, he can hardly complain, can he?
No.
Now, you go and enjoy Downton Abbey.
Oh, thanks, Joy. You're a lifesaver.
Oh, you're still here.
I thought you were going out to supper.
We were, but Alice decided she didn't want to go.
What?
Absolutely refused point blank. And we didn't dare leave her at home on our own, so Jenny had to phone Pat and Tony and say we couldn't come.
Oh, dear.
And she's just being so obnoxious, I simply had to get out of the house.
Right.
I wish to goodness we could get her into rehab tomorrow.
When's she going?
Not till July the 7th. If this is anything to go by, the next few weeks are going to be intolerable. Oh, sorry, Adam. I shouldn't be laying all this on you.
It's okay.
But it isn't, is it? I mean, you're only supposed to be working part-time, aren't you?
In theory.
Here you are at 8:30 in the evening.
Well, it's that time of year, isn't it? With harvest coming up.
I've been treating you like the hired help. I really haven't been pulling my weight, I'm afraid. I'm so grateful to you for picking up the slack while your mother and I have been so preoccupied.
What families are for, isn't it?
I thought I'd have another quick trawl through the bank statements.
No, Brian, leave it to me. I'll sort it.
Just seeing Alice like she is tonight, so irrational. The thought has implanted itself in my head, and I can't get rid of it.
What thought?
That £5,000. It's got to be Alice who took it.
Not necessarily.
And I've simply got to have it out with her.
No. No way. You said yourself. You and Mum had a real battle persuading her to sign up for this rehab business. The last thing you want to do now is rock the boat.
But I can't just let her get away with it. I mean, she knows perfectly well if she needs money, she only has to ask.
If you go accusing her of something she hasn't done, you know what'll happen. She'll just go off on one, reach for the vodka and refuse to have anything to do with rehab. And even if she were to blame, well, the result would be the same. Just leave it, okay? Let me sort it out.
But as I said, I can't just let her get away with it.
Oh, for heaven's sake, she's not getting away with anything, Brian. She didn't take that money.
How can you be so sure?
Because it was me. I took it.